Good morning, guys. I don't know if you can tell the reason it's dark around me is because I'm filming in my car. I was driving to work and just thinking about the struggles with eating and weight and being obedient and all of that. And I just heard God say this morning, if your chosen diet, if the way that you're eating, whether you want to call it a diet, whether you want to call it a lifestyle, whatever it is, if it's causing a financial burden on your family, if it's causing a relational burden, if it's causing an emotional burden on you, if it's taking up all of your time, then that is not the freedom that God has called you to. For example, if you feel like, let's just pick keto because that's what's so big right now. But we could really pick any diet. I'm not picking on anything. I'm just saying that's what's popular right now. For some people, eating keto is a huge burden because they just flat out can't afford to eat that. If it's causing a financial burden on your family, that ain't God. He does not do that. He does not, because it's not accessible to the masses. Emotional burden. If you get up every morning, you're freaking out about what am I going to eat and what can I not eat and what can I eat and all that. That's an emotional burden, and that's not God either, because he says it was for freedom that he came to set us free, no longer to be enslaved by anything. That's an emotional burden, and God wants you free of that. Relational burden. This is just something I heard this morning. I've never heard anybody talk about it, but think about it. If you cannot celebrate with your family, if you're so obsessed about eating keto or low carb or high carb or vegetarian or vegan or whatever it is, that you can't go out and enjoy your anniversary meal with your husband or your birthday meal with your kid or your Christmas meal, or without freaking out about, oh my gosh, how much weight am I going to gain and what is this going to do to me later and it sets me back. No, food is supposed to be a part of your life. Food is not supposed to be your life and be in control. So remember today that it was for freedom that Christ has set you free. Remember that. It was for freedom. Don't get caught up in this. If something is a huge burden to you, now I'm not talking about you've been living off of Reese cups and it's hard for you to eat other foods because your body just wants it. I'm talking about if it has become a burden to you, a drudgery to you, then that's not what God wanted you to do. So I just wanted to encourage you today that there is freedom in the midst of this. And if anybody is trying to put anything on you other than the freedom that God offers, just say no thank you. You can have that if you want it. I don't want it. God has called me to be free. I love you guys. You can do this. Hang in there.